Nemo Radio is on the air.
A, B, C. A, always, B, B, C, closing. Always be closing. Always be closing.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only. Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
Again, I want to welcome you all to today's presentation. Let me get the slides pulled up here. But I want to really dive into what I talk about. It's really a simple secret from 1936 that's going to make your business infinitely easier. How's that for a teaser, right? How's that for a hook, okay? And honestly, the reason this is true, and let me make sure I know how to click to next, okay, is basically understanding, that people have not changed. This is the big disconnect that we're struggling with today is the technology we use has changed so much since I first read this quote, which was written in 1936, but people have not changed. Okay, people have not changed. It's just a technology. For example, like here's a live look at the iPhone circa 1936. Look at all this. So you got a camera, right? Remember cameras with film? Remember that? You used to have to put film in a camera. Rusty remembers. Rusty in the 80s. You probably had a Polaroid because you were probably a cool kid, Rusty. I remember a Polaroid camera was the neatest thing ever because it would instantly wave it in the air. You had newspapers, printed newspapers. By the way, fun fact, I got my college degree in print journalism. It doesn't exist anymore. That's how old I am. You had the corded telephone with the rotary dial, typewriter, radio, record player. All of this is now in our pocket. And your iPhone does even more. I was going to put a picture of a bank on there, a picture of a grocery store. All of it's in our pockets now. Just think about that for a second, how ridiculous it is, how much the technology has changed. And I think when you look at this and you figure out and you're like, okay, so much has changed. And what's the mistake that we're making, right, is we're not talking to people still the same way we did back then. And I'm going to really explain this as I unpack this quote for you. But here's the one quote, teasing it long enough, the one quote I built my entire business around. And here it is. People are not interested in you. People are not interested in you. They do not care. They are not interested in me. People are only interested in themselves. Morning, noon, and after supper. Okay, Dale Carnegie wrote that quote in 1936, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I literally built my entire business model off of this quote. The quote on your screen is literally my entire Bible for customer service, sales, marketing, how I manage my team, how I, talk to prospects, everything, every email I write, every piece of content, every blog, every video, what I'm doing today, right? What did I start today with? I started talking about you. I started asking you questions about yourselves. I started bonding with Rusty about the 80s because Rusty's not interested in me, right? Rusty's favorite topic on earth is Rusty. And my favorite topic on earth is John Nemo. Ask me about myself, I'll talk all day, right? Once you understand this and once you start building your business off this platform, amazing things happen. Now, you might be thinking that's great. That's a nice platitude. It's a nice quote. But how does this really work online? How do you actually translate this quote from the 1930s into your online marketing, your online behavior? Well, that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you that. For example, here's a picture of my main website, LinkedInRiches.com on the left there. Notice at the very top there where it says, want to get more business using LinkedIn. Notice at the very top of my website, there is nothing about me. My photo is not there. It's not all about John Nemo and how cool I am and awards I have won because, again, nobody cares. Sorry. Ouch. Right? Ego shot, but nobody cares. What I have at the top of my website is about you. If you're here looking and wanting business from LinkedIn, I'm going to give you something for free. It's about the prospect. The only reason you're coming to a website called LinkedIn Riches is you want to get rich using LinkedIn, right? Or using LinkedIn tools. So again, I'm not leading with John Nemo's an award-winning LinkedIn trainer, blah, 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 blah. No one cares, right? People want to talk about themselves, get their problems solved. So even with your website, think about the very top above the fold of your homepage on your website. Is it all about you and how awesome you are? Or is it about your ideal client, your ideal customer, and the problems that you solve for them? Okay, we're going to unpack this a little bit more. But before I do that, I want to get to a really critical, important piece of this, a really critical piece. And that is this. This is the big mistake I see over and over and over and over again today online. Constantly, every single day, I see this mistake, right? We are not talking to people online like we talk to them in real life. Okay, write this down, take a screenshot. This is the huge mistake 99.9% of people are making with their online marketing, their online sales copy, their videos, their content, their emails. We're not talking to people that we contact online like we would in real life. Correct? Here's what I mean. Like, let me show you kind of case in point, like the real life example, okay? When we talk about LinkedIn, which is obviously what most of you know me for, LinkedIn riches and all that stuff, here's just an example, right? I just pulled these out of my inbox today, right? Top left corner, John, trust you're doing fine. I've attached a document for a business financial proposal for you to review and advise. Kindly access the offer. Here's a link. Like, I didn't ask for any financial proposal, right? Like spamming. Top right corner of this slide. John, can you think of any reason why you wouldn't want the miraculous benefits of cannabidiol working for your optimal personal wellness? And there's a link to a video. I'm assuming it's cannabis. I don't know, man. Like, I'll have to pull up my Cheech and Chong movies and figure out, like, you know, how cannabis works. I don't know cannabis. It's not my jam. I'm not interested. I've never used it. I didn't opt in for anything. These are real messages in my inbox. But so here's another one below that, bottom right corner of this slide. Would you evaluate, you know, this is someone asking me, will you come and evaluate the most bioavailable, organic, blah, 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 pH trace minerals, blah. I can't even do it all. Blah, 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 blah. blackoxygenetics.com, see videos. These are all real one-on-one DMs that I've gotten on LinkedIn recently. Like, no wonder your business is failing if you're these people. Because again, it's that quote. No one cares about you and what you're schlepping or selling, right? So again, we've got to change this. We've got to stop the spam. You all hate it, right? I mean, all of you are probably nodding your head going, yeah, my LinkedIn inbox looks like that most days. It's so annoying. And now my Facebook DMs and Instagram. And like, the problem is, again, people are marketing to us online and talking to us online in ways they never would in real life. Like, you would not walk into a coffee shop for a one-on-one meeting with a prospect and say, hey, John, nice to meet you. My name is Bill. I want to know, is there any reason you wouldn't want to, you know, experience the miraculous benefits of cannabidiol? Like, you wouldn't start there, right? Like, you'd have some conversation and you would make it about the other person. And you would say, hey, John, I have no idea. Are you even interested in cannabis? Is that something you ever explored? Do you have any health concerns? Like, you would start by talking to people. So again, this is just so obvious, but we have to change it. And so the good news for you is I want to give you some very practical and simple ways to do this today. One simple way, quick win here, is with your LinkedIn profile and really making it what I call client facing. Okay. So let's unpack that a little bit. One simple thing, and it's right at the top of your LinkedIn profile. So, you know, I'll show you some examples in a minute. Your LinkedIn headline, most people, their LinkedIn headline is like a resume, right? It'll say John Nemo, owner, company name, John Nemo, CEO, company name, right? And again, nobody cares. Nobody cares about you. People are only interested in themselves. So if you change your LinkedIn headline right below your name to these two elements, the service you provide plus the audiences you serve, it's going to make an instant difference. It's going to become what I call client facing, right? And again, this is all built off that Dale Carnegie quote. I'm not drawing this out of thin air. So here's some examples. Here's one of my LinkedIn headlines that I've used. Notice the service underlined in red, LinkedIn lead generation. Okay. Who's it for? It's for, underlined in blue, business coaches, consultants, and small business owners, right? And then online courses and consulting, something else I offer. So again, it's not John Nemo, CEO, Nemo Media Group. It's not John Nemo, best-selling author. Like, again, because no one cares, right? People care about themselves. If you look at this, if you think about this too, if you're a business coach, a consultant, or a small business owner, and you want to use LinkedIn to get leads, and you see my headline, you're intrigued, you're interested. You want to know more of who is this guy and can he help me? So another example, Pyramida, Rockstar had a ton of success with my LinkedIn Riches online course. Look at her services, very clear cut. Construction, accounting, bookkeeping, virtual CFO and controller services. That's the service she provides, underlined in red. And then underlined in blue is the audience, a niche audience. Construction businesses and home builders. Again, if I'm a home builder, if I own a construction company and I need help with my books or I need help with billing or whatever things financially I do, I'm going to want someone that really specializes in my little world. This is the big thing with LinkedIn that plays into that Dale Carnegie quote is the riches are in the niches. People only care about themselves. Construction owners, business owners, home builders, they only care about themselves. If they have to hire a bookkeeper or an accountant, they want one that knows their world and knows their industry. So that's why on LinkedIn, you've got a hyper niche to those target audiences. Again, because they only care about their little slice, their little industry. That's why trying to be everything to everyone doesn't work. Like look at Pete Paggi, right? So John Galt Insurance Franchising. So it's very clear what he does. Here's the service, insurance agency franchising and training, underlined in red for, right, this niche little audience, licensed Florida insurance agents who want to grow their own successful agency. Super, super, super clear, correct? Much different than just Pete Paggi, owner, whatever. Here's one more example. Paul Klein, right? Business scaling and pricing strategy. That's the service. If you connect with Paul Klein, that's his superpower. That's what he's good at, right? Business scaling and pricing strategy consultant for, right, business coaches and consultants in blue. So very, very clear. And I'm telling you, if you do this simple thing that you can do right now, sorry, my chair keeps shrinking. I'm sliding down in it, but within 2 seconds, people will know. That's the beautiful thing is when you go back and look at these, you know within 2 seconds what's in it for you if you connect with these individuals, correct? You know within 2 seconds whether or not you want to talk to Paramita and whether or not she can help you get what you want. Same thing with my profile. This is the name of the game. And this is why I've built my whole business around this quote about people don't care about you, they care about themselves. Now, here's how you apply this in real life, right? Again, they're going to know within 2 seconds. If you're a coach or consultant who wants to charge more, Paul Klein's your guy. You're going to want to connect to him and learn from him. Simple, simple, simple. And again, the speed of online, you've just got to make it simple and clear for people to understand. You cannot get past that. So let me just take this even a step further, as staying on LinkedIn with the rest of your profile, correct? So here's what we can do. The first sentence of your profile, right in the about section. I'll just give you a simple formula for that because so many people, the first sentence of their LinkedIn profile is what? It's written in the third person. It's written like they're a pro athlete. You know, John Nemo is the owner of Nemo Media Group, an award-winning agency, blah, blah, blah. Or Sally Jones, is a 10-time award-winning insurance agent in Clearwater, Florida. Like, again, no one cares, right? People do not care about you. They don't care about your resume. They don't care about your background. They don't care about all your accolades. They care about themselves, right? Morning, noon, and after supper. So let's unpack this. First sentence of your profile. Here's a simple little template you can use to instantly improve your LinkedIn profile. What I do, and you say, I help, insert the name of your target audience, achieve a goal or a benefit they want, see that in yellow, by providing my product or service. So screenshot this, write this down, save this. This is fill in the blank simple. And it's all based on Dale Carnegie's quote, right? People caring about themselves. What you're doing, you're going to say, I'm here to help this type of person get this type of benefit by providing this type of product or service. It's so simple. Within 2 seconds, someone knows what's in it for them if they connect with you and learn from you. So let's walk through some examples, right? This isn't rocket science. We're just filling in the blanks. So here's one that I used to use when I first started Nemo Media Group. I only had one client, right? And I had one client who was a debt collector. So what I did was I got on LinkedIn and I redid my profile, and my headline and my first sentence talked about, guess what? Debt collectors, right? What's in it for them? So I said, what I do or what we do, because it was me and no one else, but I wanted to sound like an agency, right? So we help your debt collection agency. There's my target audience. And then underlined in green, get some benefits, right? What do debt collection agency owners want? Increase revenue. Yep, they want that. They want to win new clients. They want to enhance or protect their brand online because PR is a little bit of an issue in debt collection, right? A lot of negative PR. And then I said, by providing, right, industry-specific marketing and PR services. So that's an example of filling in that blank. Target audience, debt collectors, benefit they get, right there. And then how, here's the services. Here's another example, another client of ours who's a coach. What I do, I help high-level executives. So C-suite, CEO, high-level executives, what are the benefits they get? They get to lead their team better, navigate corporate change, increase their leadership skills. How this client of ours provides executive coaching, leadership, and development, right? So again, you can see how simple this is. If you're a high-level executive, you read this and you say, yeah, those are areas or benefits I want, and I see how this person provides it. I'll connect, I'll listen, I'll engage. Another one, right? What I do, this is another one from my profile about my LinkedIn trainings, right? What I do, I help target audience, business coach, consultant, small business owners get these benefits, attract, engage, and sell to their ideal clients online by providing done-for-you LinkedIn lead generation, right? Drew T. Jackson just signed up for this, right? So this is it. Like Drew, you knew within 2 seconds when you looked at my profile, oh, this is what this dude does. And he specializes in helping coaches like me get leads on LinkedIn. So there you go, right? Very, very, very simple. Going back to Paramita, I showed her headline earlier, right? Very simple. What I do, I help residential and commercial construction businesses and home builders. What's the benefit they get? Increase profits, streamline financial processes, improve cash flow. How? She provides industry-specific accounting, bookkeeping, virtual CFO, etc. Okay. Hopefully I'm pounding home these examples so that you can do it in your own situation. I tell you what, put in the chat right now what your one line would look like. If you already have it, put it in there, just copy and paste it. If you don't, fill in this blank right now. Actually go through, put in the chat right now how you would fill in this. So let me go back. Put this in the chat. Say what I do, I help, and then writing your target audience achieve their goal by providing the product or service. Because I want to see what you'll put in there as we go through. And then I'll read some of these too. Because I think that's key is actually putting it into practice. Like, look, you're going to have a new profile by the time we're done. Oh yeah, quick win alert. Paramita did this, updated her profile to make it client facing, right? And look at this. She says to me, landed my first client after optimizing my profile, sending the engagement letter for signing. Thanks. Like this ended up being, I think, a $24,000 client for her, right? Simply because she had a client-facing profile. It was, guess who gave her $24,000? It was a construction business that, guess what, wanted to increase profits and streamline their processes. And guess what? They wanted industry-specific accounting and bookkeeping help, right? So they saw her profile, they in-mailed her and messaged her and said, you're exactly what we're looking for. Take our money, basically, right? So let me check the chat here. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Nemo's hair looks so much better on LinkedIn than it did a few weeks back when it was standing up. This is true, Kurt. I'm not going to lie. I had some wild hair a couple weeks ago. I'll have to pull that photo up. All right, so let's read a few of these, right? Drew says, what I do, I help. Here's your target audience, small business owners, team operators and leaders create. Oh, I can't read. Okay, enables me to, there's a lot there, but that's all right. That's good. Nathan Rubies. What I do, I help this audience, executive directors and board of directors, learn how to, what's the benefit? Effectively fundraise. They all want to do better at that by creating comprehensive fundraising plan. Oh, Kristen's here. Hey, Kristen, how are you? Love it, love it, love it. Look at your headline. This looks pretty solid. I wonder why. Kristen's another great done-for-you client of Nemo Media Group. Franchise consulting. Love it, love it, love it. Nemo's hair. Yes. Okay. All right. More people put these in. Nancy, put yours in. Coaching consulting for career women, making all the right moves. So Nancy, drill into that even more and basically say, Nancy, yours would say, what I do, I help professional women or female executives get blank benefits, get promoted, increase their influence, become better leaders by providing, specific coaching and consulting. Like Nancy, that's one way you could strengthen yours. All right, Karen's hopping in. What I do, I help individuals to create and grow multiple income streams of income to get wealth. All right, so Karen, I would say niche more. Who are the individuals, right? Niche more, get a target audience there, and say I help stay-at-home moms, or I help small business owners, I help entrepreneurs. Identify an audience, right? And then create and grow multiple streams of income by providing what? What are you providing to help them do it so they can decide? Like if you say by providing, multi-level marketing opportunities or affiliate marketing or whatever it is, I'm just guessing, like, so they can self-identify and go, yeah, I love MLM, I love affiliate, or I love, online courses or whatever it is. Cynthia, okay, what I do, I help target audience business owners. And then what's the benefit? Secure their financial future, okay, by providing a process of planning, execution, review, and repeat. Not bad, not bad. You're close, right? I would say niche even more, Cynthia, niche more and say, I help, whatever, where are you from? Like say, I help Dallas-Fort Worth-based business owners, or I help geographic, location-based small business owners, like hyper niche. All right, Rusty, child of the 80s. I serve B2B high risk. Okay, so Rusty's could say, what I do, I help B2B merchants increase revenue, reduce costly credit card fees, and enhance their bottom line by providing easy and effective card processing services, right? Something like that. So anyway, you get the idea. These are great. I love the fact that everyone's diving in and participating. So good. You guys, are you finding this helpful? Put yes in the chat if you're loving this. And I love the fact that we've got the quick wins. We've got people excited. So put yes in the chat if you're loving this. Let's keep going. Because I want to take this a step further. And I want to talk about how to engage on LinkedIn and how to really understand that whole process. Because again, it all is built around this quote. People do not care about you. They do not care about me. They care about themselves. So how does that apply to actually talking to people on LinkedIn? All right, I'm just going to check the chat. All right, people are saying yes. All right, Cynthia, Nathan's loving it. I can always count on a Peoria kid. Come on, I love it. All right. So here's another great Dale Carnegie quote from 1936. And this comes back to how to engage people on LinkedIn. And he says, the only way on earth to influence other people is to talk about what they want and then show them how to get it. Welcome to LinkedIn messaging. This is it for one-on-one LinkedIn messaging. The only way on earth to influence other people is to talk about something they want and show them how to get it. It is that simple. And I'm actually going to show you the exact kind of formula of how to do this on LinkedIn. Okay, and first things first, I want to really clarify what I'm talking about on LinkedIn and where. If you want engagement and you want to sell on LinkedIn, repeat after me. Okay, the money is in the mailbox. The money is in the mailbox. It's in one-on-one messaging. I want everyone to say that out loud. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The money is in the mailbox. Type it in the chat. Type it in all capitals. Scream it. I don't care. Do whatever you need to do. I want it drilled into your brain. Tattoo it on your forehead backwards, so every day that you see it in the mirror when you wake up, you remember that the money's in the mailbox. The money, all the money on LinkedIn, if you want to use LinkedIn for sales, all the money's in the mailbox. And no, I know some of you are saying, wait. What about publishing tons of content? What about 10 status updates? What about articles and blogs and comments and likes and engagement pods and blah, 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 blah stuff on LinkedIn? Don't I have to just publish an insane amount of content? Here's the answer to that. That's really nice to do, and it's nice for branding, and you might generate some likes, you might generate comments, you might generate engagement, you might generate video views. But here's something really interesting. True story, I just discovered this recently. You cannot deposit likes, comments, views, or shares in your bank account. True, it's true. I tried it. I went to US Bank. I showed them on my phone the video views, and they said, sorry, we don't take that. That's not currency, right? So beware vanity metrics. That's what I call these. They make you feel good and boost your ego. Oh, 648 people watched my live stream. Who cares? Did that result in money? Did that result in money you can put into a bank account and buy a hot tub with, or whatever you want, right? Vanity metrics. So many people with social media marketing get hung up on this stuff. It doesn't matter. I don't care about, and you shouldn't care about, comments and shares and views and attention. Attention means nothing unless you turn it into money, correct? And this is great news for you and me. We don't have to be Kardashians. We don't have to be influencers. We don't have to have millions of followers, right? We don't have to monetize our brand that way. We just have to talk to people. You just have to do one-on-one LinkedIn messaging. It's very, very simple. Once you understand that, it makes it so much easier. And again, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to give you the exact blueprint of how to do this. Here's how I fill up webinars. Here's how I grow my email list. Here's how I get people to read my ebooks, right? I can do this. This is manually, right? You can do in 2 minutes manually doing this. I got 5 people signed up for a webinar in 2 minutes, in 120 seconds. How many cold calls would you have to do to get people to sit through an hour presentation, right? How many doors would you have to go knock on? Like, how many ads would you have to buy? Because all this was free, right? So again, the idea with one-on-one messaging is you can scale this like crazy on LinkedIn and you can get people engaging. The key is what to say. We all are getting inundated in our, email inbox, our LinkedIn messages, DMs with spam. So now I want to show you like what to actually say. And first, let's start with this. Like, once I get someone interested on LinkedIn, once you do have some engagement going, right? Because you do have to scale interest, and I'll talk about that more later, but like it does make sense with LinkedIn to reach far and wide to scale and interest and engagement. Like, for example, with Kristen O'Day, it's like, are you even interested in franchising? Because if you say no, what's the point of talking to you, right? Like, she wants to give you and consult with you and help you open a franchise. Like, if you're not interested in that, that makes no sense for Kristen to keep talking to you and hyper-personalizing the engagement. Kristen has enough friends. She needs clients, right? Like, so, I mean, that's the point of scaling interest and asking questions. Hey, are you interested in generating leads with LinkedIn? If they say yes, then I move into personal engagement. And a lot of people are doing this backward right now. A lot of people are starting on LinkedIn with every random prospect, treating it like a one-on-one coffee meeting, hyper-personalizing. Hey, I see you're from Peoria, blah, blah, blah. I grew up there. Like, that's great to do. But what I have found is you can't do that for every single person you come across on LinkedIn and still have time left in your day. What you have to do is scale and go far and wide to find people interested in your topic. And if they say, yes, I am interested in that topic of leadership, coaching, LinkedIn lead generation, SEO, life insurance, I am interested in that. Now go in and personal. Now go in and engage. Now go in and treat it like a one-on-one coffee meeting. That's really where the secret sauce is with this. And so what you do is, again, LinkedIn provides all this for you. So once you know someone's interested in your topic, so like with Kristen, once someone says, yeah, I am curious about franchising, now Kristen can go in and look at their profile and instantly know where they live. There's an icebreaker. Oh, I see you live in Clearwater, Florida. Just like I did at the beginning of the webinar, joking around. I think it was Nancy, like, Florida's too hot in October. And she's like, no, it's great. The weather's great. Like, we're breaking the ice, right? You know what schools people went to. This is all on their LinkedIn profile. A lot of people put hobbies and interests, volunteering, where they've worked, right? Current employers, past employers. So you have all the icebreakers built in. It's very easy to use LinkedIn this way once they're engaged with your content or your topic to now dive deeper. And that will set you apart from 99% of people on LinkedIn. You can start talking about, again, back to the Carnegie quote, people care about themselves. They're going to be happy to tell you about where they live and where they went to school and what they enjoyed most about their time at the University of Minnesota, right? Go Gophers, okay? So they're happy to do all that. And that's the Carnegie part of this is, again, talking to people online, it's just like real life. If you're going to invest time with someone in real life, one-on-one, at a coffee shop, you're going to ask them questions. Hey, where did you grow up? Where did you go to school? How was that? How do you like living there? So again, once you do that on LinkedIn, and you can do that in the one-on-one LinkedIn messages, they're like instant messaging, right? You can send personalized selfie videos through LinkedIn, through the mobile app, voice memos. You can hyper-personalize this. And that's the key, is creating context for conversations. Once you start adding these icebreakers into the conversation, not only did you say you're interested in franchising or interested in generating leads with LinkedIn, now we can have a side conversation to kind of break the ice so that we have context to keep talking. Because I can go back to you, and not just pester you about, hey, did you read my book on LinkedIn lead gen? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I can say, hey, I just saw your school won its football game Saturday. Congratulations. Hey, the Gophers are playing Nebraska Saturday. Are you going to watch? Like, again, you can find excuses to go back to people about these icebreakers with context for the original conversation, which is your product or service. See this? So you go back to people and you're like, hey, I know we've been talking about volunteering. I just saw the place you like to volunteer in the news. Hope that goes great. And you don't even have to mention, oh, and by the way, what did you think of my ebook on franchising? Like, they'll remember then, they'll have context for who you are and be like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm excited to watch the football game. By the way, that reminds me, I got to get into your book. Thanks for the note, right? That works all the time, just like real life. So true story, an example of how a $10,000 contract back in, I think, 2016, doing this exact approach. $10,000 contract from a 60-second video. Okay, this is an absolute, this really did happen. I found a guy on LinkedIn, and I looked at his profile, and all I could find was that he worked, he was an executive at a debt collection industry, and all I could find for icebreakers was that he attended the University of Pittsburgh, the college, in the 1980s. And I was like, okay, what do I know as I'm talking to this person to see if they're interested in LinkedIn lead generation or marketing services? Like, what's some context? And I was like, send it in Jerome. Like in the 1980s, I'm a huge sports fan. And so during the 1980s, the University of Pittsburgh had a great basketball team. One Saturday on national TV, one of their star players, Jerome Lane, went up, dunked the basketball, and shattered the backboard, right? And this famous phrase came out. Bill Rafferty, the college basketball announcer, shouted out, and you can Google this, send it in, Jerome. Send it in, Jerome. Send it in, right? So it happened in, I think, 1988 or 87, but today it would be viral. It'd be all over YouTube and Twitter and everything. But again, that happened during the years that this guy was a student at that school. So I knew, again, within 60 seconds of looking at this guy's profile, looking for context, looking for an icebreaker, I was like, oh, okay, he went to the University of Pittsburgh in the 1980s. He put the years. What do I know about Pitt in the 80s? Send it in, Jerome. I'm like, even if he wasn't a sports fan, he was probably on campus because it happened during the years he was on campus. Surely that'll be a funny memory or just a hook, right? So he writes me back and he's like, I was at the game. Oh my gosh. Like, you wouldn't believe what happened. The arena just exploded. Everyone went crazy, right? And so he's there somewhere in that photo probably. Like, he was at the game. And so instantly we had context for a fun conversation. And that quickly pivoted to him now looking at my LinkedIn profile, which, by the way, remember the quote from Carnegie, people don't care about you, they care about themselves. My profile was what I call client facing. I help debt collectors increase revenue, get more clients, et cetera, by providing industry specific marketing. He went and looked at my profile. He was curious. Who's this Send It in Jerome guy? He looks at my profile and goes, oh, you're all about helping debt collectors with marketing. I happen to be a debt collection executive. We need help with marketing. Can we have a phone call? Had a phone call the next day, $10,000 contract, right? And at the end of the year, when I was auditing my clients and talking to them, like, what really won you over? Was it our marketing materials, our website? Like, he's like, no, man, it was Send It in, Jerome. He's like, I knew if you, the way that you approached me and engaged me on LinkedIn and helped kind of qualify me and talk to me as a lead, I was like, if the guy does that quality of lead generation for us and that level of personalization, he can do that when we go out to go after clients. Like, because I explained to him the whole Send It in, Jerome. He's like, how did you know that? I'm like, your LinkedIn profile. So this is the power of personalization. Once you know someone is interested in your topic, right? So again, here's another example. Is there anyone from Wisconsin? I know Kurt Arnold is here. Bill Rafferty, yes. Okay, so anyone else besides Kurt? Because Kurt already knows where this is going. And don't tell anyone, Kurt. All right, don't tell anyone where this is going. All right, anyone else on here from Wisconsin? Put it in the chat. Don't be shy. Are there any Minnesota people here? Any Minnesota Gopher fans? All right, so we got Kurt coming in, of course, talking about that. Kurt from Madtown. You're kind of giving it away there, buddy. All right, so here's where I want to go. Kurt says no hate. Oh, you know there's hate coming. I'm a Gopher fan. I'm a Minnesota guy. Now, if you don't know this, I live in the state of Minnesota. Kurt lives in the hellhole known as Wisconsin. It's a terrible, evil place. And whenever I meet someone from Wisconsin, I immediately poke fun. We are arch rivals. Minnesota and Wisconsin, we hate each other. If you're a college football fan in the SEC, this is like Auburn and Alabama, right? It's like War Eagle and Roll Tide. Like, we hate each other. And Minnesota, I'll readily admit, we have a total inferiority complex because our teams are terrible all the time. We hate Wisconsin. We hate them, right? But again, I make this fun, right? And I poke fun. So I say, you're from Wisconsin. And I sent an animated GIF of our mascot, Goldie Gopher, throwing snowballs at the Welcome to Wisconsin sign, right? And I say, as long as you're not a Packer or Badger fan, we can continue being friends, right? And he's like, LOL, I'm glad, and again, we're pivoting and we're talking about, are you interested in LinkedIn lead generation, right? And I'm saying, hey, I have all these other options, and again, sharing animated GIFs of our mascot beating up Bucky Badger, or as I like to call him, Sucky Badger, right? Okay. See, I'm taking all my cheap shots, Kurt. You know it. Kurt's here for all the fun. All right. And I do know how to monetize immaturity. This is very true. Hey, man, it pays. It pays to be a doofus. All right. So again, this is another example. of this key topic is that your big advantage in today's marketplace is you, right? It's you, it's your personality, it's your story, it's your sense of humor, it's your communication style. And when you put that out through your content, when you get that going, that's how you talk to people in real life. So why wouldn't you bring your real life personality, your real life sense of humor, your real life communication style? Why wouldn't you bring that into your one-on-one LinkedIn messages? Why wouldn't you bring that into your content, into your videos? Why would you pretend to be someone stiff and fake and boring, right? If you're not like that in real life, don't act that way online, right? So do that with your one-on-one messages. Bring in your personality. This is what I have found, and this is so, so true. Being yourself on LinkedIn, being yourself online, putting yourself and putting your personality into your content, your messages, you'll attract your ideal clients. You'll attract people who say, hey, I enjoy that. So for example, with me and LinkedIn lead generation, I lead with my personality. And like, I'm a child of the 80s pop culture. I talk about, sports and Zubas and goofy dad jokes. Like that attracts people who are like, hey, I think if I work with you, at least I'm going to have fun, right? You're a LinkedIn trainer, because everything is commoditized now. There's a million LinkedIn lead generation agencies. There's a million LinkedIn trainers. There's a million LinkedIn books. Just like in your industry, there's a million fundraising consultants. There's a million franchising consultants. There's a million SEO experts. There's a million life insurance agents. What makes you different is you, right? Your personality, your communication style. People still want to interact with you one-on-one like we do in real life. And it will attract your ideal clients who enjoy that. And it will repel people who would be a nightmare, who you would meet in real life and be like, oh my God, get me out of here. I would never want to work with you, right? So again, there's this thing online where people pretend. And I think this goes back to the beginning of the presentation, where it's like you talk to people online or you pose online differently than you are in real life. Just be real. Just be normal. Like I'll post funny things on Facebook, like a spilling something in the kitchen or a funny story that's, self-deprecating. Like you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be polished. Everyone knows that that's fake, right? Like we all know this. And so your prospects online, when you talk to them, they're craving authenticity. They're craving transparency, and they're craving human connection, correct? Like that's in real life how we do this. So let's keep going, because I want to talk a little bit about selling on LinkedIn, and I want to run out of time. And again, carrying this quote forward, again, another great Carnegie idea. Like no one wants to buy anything, by the way, but we are all eternally interested in solving our problems. So how does this apply to LinkedIn? How do we actually take this quote and overlay this online in real life? So let me do that for you. The key is what I talk about in LinkedIn messages, messaging magic. So here's the exact template that I use, that I teach, that we use for clients, done for you. You ask a question, right? You offer something of value, you ask permission, and then you have a very simple call to action, and then you take off the pressure, right? There's 5 key things, and you can see them there. Take a screenshot, take a photo, whatever it is, jot it down as fast as you can, because I got to keep rolling, because I want to show you what this looks like in action. So here's the 5 components. Now, if we put them together, here's an example of what this message might look like. Hey, insert the name of the prospect. Hope this note finds you well. Ask a question. Curious, are you interested in this topic or benefit they might want? Curious, are you interested? Have you ever explored? Are you curious about owning your own franchise? Have you ever thought about ditching your day job and starting your own company? And I'm just thinking in terms of franchise consulting with Kristen, who's here, right? Curious, are you interested in increasing revenue year over year, right? So Drew T. Jackson, who's on right now, helps Chick-fil-A increase sales 20% yearly. Like, so when he's messaging this to a Burger King or some other, franchise, fast food franchise company, be like, hey, curious, are you guys interested in learning how Chick-fil-A increased sales 20% year over year? If so, I have a great free piece of content. If so, I have a great free case study on how I helped Chick-fil-A increase sales 20%. I'm going to want to see that, right? But see, this is the thing. Ask a question to qualify them. Are you even interested in my topic or benefit? Let them raise their hand. If they're not, why would you waste time talking to them, correct? Let them self-select and qualify. You want people to say no or yes, right? Get them to yes or no. No, I'm not interested in using LinkedIn for leads. Well, then I don't want to talk to you, right? Like I got other stuff to do. So what you do is you ask a question, then you say, if you are interested in this, I have something of value to give you for free, okay? Free content. And then you ask permission. You don't just include the links. That's a key thing. just assume people want your content. That makes an ass out of you and me when we assume, correct? So if you'd like to see it, and then I give a simple call to action, just reply with the word yes, and I can send you over a link to blank, to the free content, right? And then take off the pressure. And if you're not interested, no worries at all. Cheers. This is the ideal one-on-one LinkedIn message, right? To qualify interest. Are you interested in this topic? If you are, I've got some great free content that'll help you get whatever the quick win is, right? And then I'm going to ask your permission. I'm not going to just assume you want the link. If you'd like to see it, just reply yes. I can send it over. If not, no worries at all, right? Very, very simple. And here's what it looks like, when I'm doing it, right? So I'm saying, hey, Finbar, which is the name of the person. Curious if you're looking for any tips or insights on how to get leads on LinkedIn. If so, or the reason I ask is I'm happy to send you a free copy of my book. Just reply yes or thumbs up. I can send it over. Take off the pressure. And if this isn't something you're focused on, zero worries. Just thought I'd check. And with no pressure. Hope things are well, right? This is how I get people opting in for my book every day, right? Like every single day, people are like, yeah, thumbs up, right? So people reply, sure, yeah, thumbs up, right? So here's an example of a real-time LinkedIn message. Just reply yes or thumbs up. Simple call to action. Kathy's probably on her mobile phone on the LinkedIn mobile app. Super easy for her just to hit thumbs up on the mobile app, and then I can take it from there, right? And get the content to her, get her opted in. All that I can tell you about later, how to do that physically, but very simple, right? Would you like to check it out? Just reply yes or thumbs up. Hey, why would I say no to this, right? This is a good example from Prakash, where he's like, I won't say no to any way I can get more clients, right? I'm willing to take on more clients. So send me the link. Let's check it out, right? So this is actually for Noon with Nemo. So this is how you do it, right? I even do this with new connections. I say, great to connect, Jasmine. This is an inbound invite where they invited me to connect. So say, great to connect. Curious, how did you find Nemo here on LinkedIn, right? I'm doing the fish joke, finding Nemo, right? See what I did there. And then I say, pivot to the offer, right? Curious, are you also looking to use LinkedIn to find leads? The reason I ask her, if so, I'm happy to shoot over the book. Just reply yes or thumbs up. No problem either way. She says, absolutely. Thanks for connecting. Looking for new clients. Like, this is how you do it, right? This is how you scale it. Again, you're asking them questions. You're asking permission. You're seeing if they're interested, because people are only interested in solving their own problems. If it's not a problem for Jasmine, if she's not interested in getting leads with LinkedIn or getting clients, she'll tell me, right? Because I don't need to spam her with that. She'll say, yeah, that's a problem I have. If you might help me solve that, then sure, show me what you got, right? So again, let's talk about the next steps. And I'll go ahead and stop the slideshow here. And I'll come back on and I'll check the comments here. We got Vikings talk. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, good. Cheap shots everywhere. All right. So have you found this helpful today? All right. Tell me in the chat, yes, if you're finding this helpful. And also, do you want some practical next steps to actually implement this? To type yes in the chat if you actually want to learn how to implement this very quickly and very easily today. Okay, because I have a plan. I'm coming prepared with a plan for each and every one of you today. All right, so let me do this. Let me tell you, because I'm assuming people are going to want to see this. All right, people are saying yes. Kathleen, yes. Serban says yes. Love it, love it, love it. Nyota, yes and yes. Yes, 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 yes. Kristen says yes. All right, Tim says good stuff. I will replay pronto. Karen says extremely helpful. Yes, more. All right, Catherine, Mark, yes. Cynthia, Tina from South Africa. Love it, love it, love it. All right, good, good, good. Okay, good. Because I have a very simple way. Thielen is great. He's a solid player. Tina says yes. Okay, good. So I'm going to give you the next step. The next step to instantly implement this quote on LinkedIn, right? People are not interested in you. They're not interested in me. They're interested in themselves. All right. So here's the deal, right? So I'm going to say, okay, hold on. I've got one of my courses available for you right now. This is totally designed to get you quick wins. I'm going to pop this up. It's called LinkedIn Messaging Magic. And it's that specific approach that I was just teaching you about how to take this quote and how to personalize it and how to get people to respond and engage to you on LinkedIn, right? So that whole formula, that whole template. So let me show you that. I'll pop up a little offer too. Where is it? Because I'm doing it right now for $100 off. So if you sign up right now on this session, you get $100 off because it's normally $197. I think I have it for $97. Let me check. Hopefully, because that's supposed to be $100 off. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So this is the page that I popped open for you. This is my online course, LinkedIn Messaging Magic. And it's all about how to use one-on-one LinkedIn messages to get people to engage, to get them to talk to you, to get them to buy your products and services. And like all of my online courses, if you've ever bought them before, risk-free, 30-day money-back guarantee. And then you're going to discover everything here, like the secret psychology behind successful LinkedIn messages, which I showed you some of here on today's training. I'm going to give you copy and paste, kind of fill in the blank scripts and templates like I was showing you for one-on-one messages. So it takes the guesswork out. Like I'll give you the actual outline, how to instantly add email subscribers directly from your one-on-one messages. I alluded to that earlier, like how you can, once someone says thumbs up or yes, okay, how do you instantly get them on your list? How do you put them through another funnel? Right? How to sell using one-on-one messages, how to find inbound leads on LinkedIn, right? How to really make it so people do respond, right? I'm going to show you like lead charts and flow and funnels and all that stuff, how to hyper personalize with audio and video inside the app, lifetime access, free course updates, 30-day risk-free money-back guarantee, only $97. Come on, right? Like I know for all of you watching, one client, one new sale is worth a heck of a lot more than $97. So like you're going to get multiple clients out of this. If you honestly, and this is no BS, if you simply do what I showed you today, change your LinkedIn headline and change the top of your LinkedIn profile, and then you do this approach with one-on-one messages, you will get engagement. You will get people wanting to work with you. I know that. I know that for a fact. Like you will get the quick wins. Like Paramita, the example I showed earlier, the quick win, like she changed one thing. She just changed the top of her profile and got an inbound $24,000 client. Like I don't make this up. This isn't some, fake magic stuff. Like here, I'll go to the testimonials and show you. Let me find it. Like the results that people get are just crazy good, right? So like I've got the big name people, obviously Chris Brogan, John Lee Dumas, et cetera. But like when we go down to the students, like, $50,000 from John Hawkins. And these are from people that have gone through this training, right? So this course that you can get for $97. So 50 grand, Pyramida, we talked about $24,000 recurring client, $30,000 client from Mark. Bill Prater got a $7,500 a month client. Okay. Again, so you're going to see Paul Kopcut, $20,000, like real money, right? And I'm going to guarantee this course. So again, you get 30 days to go through the whole training. And if you've bought courses from me before, it's in Thinkific. You'll go through, you'll see, here's a 14-minute video training on the ideal LinkedIn message. Come down, you're going to have the script. You're going to have what goes into it, what to say, right? We're going to go through the mobile app and different messaging tips and tricks and scripts and strategies. All of it's here on demand, so you instantly get access to it. All right, flow charts and walkthroughs, tips on personalizing, what to do with inbound leads, okay? You've got opportunities here with the full LinkedIn course, case studies, got a bunch of bonus trainings in here too. Let's see. Oh yeah, tons of stuff. Sales training, how to rock sales calls, all of which are kind of associated, right? So you'll see some different bonus trainings included as well, like 60 minutes, 117 minutes, man. Did I run out of energy? I don't know. Right? All of this is included for $97. Come on, right? This is amazing. Super excited. And I see I'm already getting some dings. So some of you are signing up. Let me know in the comments if you're signing up. I love to scream and shout and celebrate. Yes, Kurt. All right, Nathan Ruby is in. Glory. There it is, Kurt, just for you. Glory. All right, Nathan Ruby, Sons of Peoria for the win. So excited that you're jumping in. Love it. All right. Let me know if you're signing up, if you're joining Nathan. Put it in the comments. I love to go crazy and celebrate with people. And if you have questions about the training, if you have questions about what's covered, more LinkedIn questions, but hopefully you really see how all this ties to that quote from 1936. To go back to the beginning, like people do not care about you. They care about themselves. They care about solving their problems. And the key is taking that philosophy and putting it onto LinkedIn, like overlaying it. Look at my hand coming in, boom, right? Like Craig joined, glory. All right, Craig, way to go. Neota joined, glory. All right, love it. Welcome. Love it. I want that to be my new ringtone, Nemo shouting glory. All right, let me know if you're joining Neota and Craig and Nathan. Tell me in the comments. I want to shout and scream and rant and rave. This is so exciting. I know what a game changer it is when you get this dialed in and when you actually are able to have this type of approach. It's so much easier. Like, that's why if you saw the email about today's training, like, it makes things infinitely easier. It's so much easier taking this approach and being able to overlay it onto LinkedIn. And again, the training is going to give you kind of fill in the blank, right? Like literally just, fill in these blanks, put in what you do, what your services are. And then I'll also show you like, okay, now here's how to build out a little funnel, and here's how to do follow-up, and here's how to do everything else. Karen is in. Glory. All right, Karen, welcome to the jungle. All right, I love it. I love it. I love it. Neota says my LinkedIn is lightweight trash for now, only for now. All right, love it. Ben is working on it. Get in here. Purple Pride, Ben. Purple Pride. You know you need to do it. All right. Oh, man, I see lots of people jumping in. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, this is awesome, awesome, awesome. People are diving in. All right, cool, cool, cool. So let me know. Karen says, woohoo! All right, love it, love it. Let me know in the chat if you're signing up. I know there's still tons of people left. If you have any questions, let me go back and I'll show you the screen here. And just a couple other things. So again, just fill this out. So LinkedIn messaging magic, all you got to do, put in your contact info, and then you can do PayPal or a card. It's just nice $7, right? You get 30 days risk-free to go through the whole shebang. Once you sign up, if you have purchased courses from me before, just use the same login for Thinkific. It's under your same login. You'll just see this course showing up right under your dashboard. So like you'll be able to go through and see all your different LinkedIn courses, right? So you'll log in and you'll see like, okay, here's all my Nemo courses, right? It'll just show up and it'll look like this, okay? Otherwise, if you've never purchased a course from me before, if this is your first time, you'll get a separate email from Thinkific that says, hey, here's your new login to get access to John's course. Go here, create your enrollment, blah, blah, blah. And you should get some follow-up emails from me too about the course and all that good stuff. So if you have any questions too, just let me know. Look, see, I didn't even plan on this, but here's Adam Thielen for all my Viking fans inside the course. Here's Goldie Gopher trashing Wisconsin. I could just watch this on loop. Actually, let's just watch cheap shots at Wisconsin the rest of this training. That's so awesome. I love it. Take that, Kurt. You like that? You like that? That's a little Kirk Cousins reference too. All right. So again, you're going to have fun. I promise you that. So get signed up for this. I'll put it back in here as well. Let me see here. So much hate. Stop the hate. All right. Who else is getting in? Let me know. Let me know in the chat if you're getting in. Sign up here because you save 100 today, right? You're getting $100 off today if you sign up right now. So instead of 197, you're getting it for 97. Go Goldie. Tim is with me. That is so satisfying, Tim. It feels good to hate on the Badgers. I'm sorry. It just does. And the Packers. Like, I know I have problems, but I love seeing Wisconsin sports teams suffer. It's just, it soothes your Minnesota soul. It just makes you feel better about yourself. People are like, you got issues. Yeah, I know. Kurt is taking the cheap shot. That's not the Vikings Super Bowl trophy. We've never won one. I know. How many Super Bowls have the Vikings won? None, Kurt. That's why we have to hate on you. You know this, my friend. I love it. Okay. So here's what I want to do as we get wrapped up. Anyone that has questions, I'll show you one more thing. I will pop open the live window for you. Let me show you one last thing before we finish up today. You can go in and then here on the sales page in the bottom right, it'll say chat with John Nemo. It's just in the bottom right corner there. And if you have questions, we can do a live one-on-one chat. And it is really me, and you can chat with me one-on-one. Hey, questions, et cetera, and just go from there. So thank you, everybody. So excited for those of you that have signed up. I'm going to lose my voice. So if anyone else is signing up, let me know in the chat quickly. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my voice because I'm screaming glory so much. But this was fun. Kristen says, a Chicago transplant. I'm looking forward to seeing the Bears beat the Pack. Bear down, Kristen. Bear down. That's all I can say, right? I love it. Hey, this weekend we are all Bears fans. No Pack, no. Not go Pack, go. No Pack, no. Bears are, I don't know. They're who knows? I can talk sports too. We can turn this into a sports webinar if you want. But the Bears. Love it, Kristen. Good cheap shot at the Packers. Impressive. All right. Thank you, everybody. Here's what I want to do as we wrap up and hit the top of the hour. Go ahead, hop over to the link to the page there. Sign up for the course. You get $100 off, 30 days, risk-free, money-back guarantee. You can immediately use this. That's what's exciting about it. You can immediately get on and start getting quick wins. Literally copy and paste that message as soon as we're done. You can do it. So, and you'll get great results. I love it. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being on. So appreciate each and every one of you that are signing up. Questions, if you have any issues, email me at john@nemomediagroup.com. Just email me there, john@nemomediagroup.com. If you don't get your login, if you can't find the course, whatever it is, we'll get you squared away. You should automatically get all that stuff. But if not, let me know. Have a terrific weekend. Kristen, you're absolutely right. You do as well. All right. Kurt and I may have to have a showdown. I know. Kurt and I could go on for hours. This is true. So thanks, everyone, for being on. So appreciate you. Be well. Have a great weekend. I'll see you inside the training, and we'll go from there.